We don't live in a free country. We live in a free country if you want to keep your mouth shut. Once you start talking, you're already in trouble. You ever try to say something about black people, even if it's a compliment? As soon as you say the word black, you have to start hiding, and everybody starts looking around.
Then you got the PEC, people are, politically correct, afraid to call someone black and fear of being called a racist, So she described everything about him but the most obvious thing, right?
Excuse me, I have a delivery for Richard Evans.
Oh yeah, he's the the guy with the collared shirt on down the hall. Next to the guy, who's next to the guy with his hand on the printer. The new intern just looked at him. Look, we just scratched his arm. He tells really funny jokes, man. The shirt's tucked in. He's awesome. He's got short hair, a spotted tie. He's going through a divorce. Come on, he's got pleated pants.
You mean the black guy?
Oh, yeah.
Can white people say nigger? And the correct answer is not really. You have to check with your nigger consulate, talk to your nigger representative, and they will tell you the nigger rules where you are at that particular time.
A federal jury will soon decide if white people can use the N-word at work. This, as a white TV reporter is suing a Fox News affiliate in Philadelphia after being fired for using the N-word during a staff meeting.
I've seen a lot of white niggers in my time.
The United States of America, a country that prides itself on freedom of speech, could be well on its way to becoming the United States of, I'm sorry.
In America, if you make a racist statement against blacks or anti-Semitic statement against Jews, you'll probably lose your job or suffer.
Women are also considered a minority. How they became a minority, nobody knows. They got a big mouth. They persecute men all over this country. And every time a man opens his mouth, he's in a panic because a woman might charge him immediately with sexual harassment.
And just because a behavior isn't offensive to most people doesn't mean it's okay.
I often say if you're not a feminist, then you're a bigot.
It's also unfair.
You don't even know what you said. You don't even know what you did. You just happened to look at a woman. Ha-ha, you were stalking. You turned around, you were frocking. You were clocking, hawking, mocking. They got to wait for you no matter what you do. Every time a man sees a woman, he gets panicky and nervous. I better not look. I better not sit. Maybe she shouldn't find out that I'm in the neighborhood. And they get so nervous, they get paralyzed, and they can't move for an hour.
Each individual is the judge of what they find offensive.
In the sight of God, you are an adulterer. On your way to hell, if you look at a woman lustfully.
Why, hello there. I am Jessica. You should always try to avoid sexist language in casual conversation. Take the word manhole, for example.
Sorry?
I can see you right now in the kitchen, bending over a hot stove. But I can't see the stove.
You're a sexist, egotistical, lying, hypocritical bigot.
I'm sorry.
I still think this is no trip for a woman.
Now, don't start that again. You'll be very glad to have someone along who can cook your meals.
Apologize.
You can't say nothing about a woman. You can't say anything about a black. Do you know that you can't even mention work to a woman in the workplace? Because work is considered sexual harassment. You're allowed to hire her, and that's it. Whether she works or not, none of your business. None of your business. You're allowed to mention work, but not directly. You're allowed to say, listen, people work here, it's up to you. That's the furthest you could go.
You are a silly thing. Now you're getting hysterical. Here.
I'm very, very, very sorry.
The R word can also make you a glorified villain, as was the case last year when former Chief of Staff Rahm Emanuel privately called a group of liberals f***ing retards. Rahm Emanuel, I think he has some indecent and insensitive ways of being.
Sarah Palin is a f***ing retard.
MSNBC apologizing.
So I said, did you eat yet or what? And Tom Christie said, no, Jew. Not did you. Jew eat? Jew? No, not did you eat, but Jew eat? Jew. You get it?
I sincerely apologize.
We're going to present for your approval a novelty picture with an all-midget cast.
I'm the toughest hombre that ever threw lead.
We apologize. We really do.
I am the frito bandito.
Sorry.
Excuse, please. So sorry. Haha. Sayonara.
I'm truly, truly sorry. We apologize for that.
I'm
deeply sorry.
Sometimes you want to call a spade, and sometimes you want to call it a shovel.
You should have been with me today. Boy, what a lot of excitement down the sewer.
What?
The place was swarming with FBI men.
FBI men? What were they doing in the sewer?
They were looking for wetbacks who were trying to beat the cross-town traffic.
I'm here primarily to express my apologies.
Yeah, that's really sharp looking.
Thanks a lot. It's a little on the gay side, but it's going to be nice to knock around in.
Why is it all right to say that's so gay?
That is an affront to their dignity.
I am very, very sorry.
According to a Rasmussen poll, the majority of citizens think the U.S. is overdosing on PC, turning the land of the free into a nation of hypersensitive sissies.
Anderson Cooper should not have had to give a public apology for giggling at the word pussy willow.
Sorry.
American English is loaded with euphemisms because Americans have a lot of trouble dealing with reality. Americans have trouble facing the truth.
The New York Department of Education recently attempted to ban 50 potentially offensive terms from school tests. Words like dinosaur, in case it offends those who deny evolution, and divorce, to not hurt the feelings of kids whose parents are no longer together. Even birthday, because it's not celebrated by Jehovah's Witnesses.
And we are going to demand more rights.
It's almost as though you have a sort of a code to follow.
Where even corn chips can cause mass controversy. In this ad, a priest substitutes a Dorito for the Eucharist, the body of Christ. Cool Ranch? The commercial was created for a possible Super Bowl broadcast. But after an uproar among Catholics, Frito-Lay apologized and pulled the plug on the satirical spot.
Doritos commercial being pulled is a classic example of Americans freaking out about something insulting to do with religion. I understand why the Catholic League might flip out. That's their job. However, you gotta be able to laugh at yourself, folks.
Many say political correctness has neutered the American language and created a super sensitive society incapable of laughing things off. A PC influence that's left more people biting their tongues for fear that freedom of expression could be more trouble than it's worth. Marina Portnaya, RT, New York.
You're supposed to say sorry. Oh, yes.